Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Minecraft adventure where update 1.20, also known as the Trails and Tales update, I'm in water, just released, and I want to go ahead and start doing a little bit of a Minecraft adventure here where I have done a few Let's Play series on my channel and I have wanted to do a Minecraft Let's Play series for a long time, so I thought with the brand new update it would be a good opportunity to basically come in here and do a Let's Play series. And basically at the start here in the first episode I'm going to do some basic survival progression, and I'm going to walk you through how to do the start of the game if you're new, and then also kind of talk about what I am wanting to do in this series and basically kind of showcase how I play Minecraft. But I'm really wanting to interact with some of the 1.20 stuff, so I just created this world here and I've not explored it at all, and I know that there are cherry groves that spawn in mountains, and I see this mountain right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and look around that area and try to find a place. But basically I'm going to want to start off with building kind of like a starter house, but I like to build a little bit more of an extravagant starter house, I guess, like nothing like too big but definitely bigger than what most people probably make, where most people probably just build like a dirt hut and throw in like their crafting table and their chests and stuff into that. And I kind of do that for like the first night or two underground while I'm trying to grab some like resources. But beyond that, after like the first couple of days, I really like to build up basically a permanent location for me to live in until I get further into the game where I can build like a maybe bigger base or like a mega base. But let's go ahead and come all the way over here and look for any signs of a cherry grove. I have a few things of wood and I can look for a cave, so I can go ahead and start mining. There are lots of things that I want to do with Minecraft Let's Plays, and I think for this Let's Play with the 1.20 survival, I'm really wanting to focus on kind of like an RPG and fantasy aspect to the game, where I'm really wanting to build up like a world that has a bunch of lore and stuff like that, and we can kind of just immerse ourselves in it. And I'm really going to take away from some of my like favorite games from like the Elder Scrolls universe, the Guild Wars universe, and the Warcraft universe, and we can kind of build up like different towns and like farmsteads and different areas like that. And I'm really going to put in a lot of effort into building in this world, and of course progressing through the game and building some like cool farms and stuff for us to be able to do some fancier things later on. I don't see any cherry groves around here, and I think I might go ahead and start kind of just using some of the wood we have collected here, and I might try to get a sword and a pickaxe going. Let's go ahead and get this pickaxe first so I can build those sticks and then combine it into this wooden pickaxe, which is the first tool we have made in this world. And I'm probably going to try to hold on to this so we can like frame it in an item frame later on. Let's go ahead and get like 5 cobblestone right here, and then let's go ahead and make a sword, and then let's go ahead and make a pickaxe here, and then I'll go ahead and organize my inventory a little bit here, and we can try to find the cows right here, and we can get a little bit of a basic food source going. And I see some sheep over there too, and I'm someone who really doesn't like spending a lot of time in the night, so I'm definitely going to want to try to find 3 sheep right here so I can craft a bed. Oh, there's a 3rd sheep right there, that's nice. And then we can kind of just sleep through the first couple of nights here. So I think I'm going to, oh, there's a giant cave right there. Okay, so I think actually we can go ahead and explore that cave first, I guess. And we can see if there's any like loose iron, or is that a spider? Okay, maybe I don't want to explore this cave, but let's go ahead and come this way. Looks like we can escape up this waterfall right here, and let's jump across here, and let's see. I don't see, oh, I see some iron right there. I don't see any coal. Let's go ahead and come down here. This is probably a mistake. I should probably go try to find a safer cave to come through. But I see, where's the iron? Right here. Let's go ahead and mine this iron up, and hopefully I can get like 10 pieces of iron. I think would be a good start to this world, because we want to craft a few different things with that. Of course, ideally we would like 40 things, and there's a bat right there that kind of spooked me. And let's go ahead and oh, okay. So I might go ahead and just leave this cave right now, because we are a little bit low on hunger and we're going to start kind of losing some health and not being able to restore it. So let's go ahead and come back up this waterfall here. And it looks like there is some coal over there that I might try to get so I can cook up this beef that I have in my inventory. So this is a giant ravine, and then I will gladly take all of this. This is much nicer now. I'll go ahead and let the rest of this cook up, and we can basically pack up shop right here, and then go ahead and probably try to find somewhere around this area to kind of settle down at the start here. And of course, it does not have to be like the main place that we will spend all our time in the series at. It's just where we are going to spend the first few episodes, kind of gathering some resources and building up some areas. And honestly, I know it's kind of like very generic to build in like a plains biome, but I'm kind of feeling it. This is my first time playing through Minecraft in like a YouTube series, so it might be a little bit fitting to kind of go with like the very basic route. I would like to be near an ocean because I really like building like a giant docks area and kind of just going off in like one direction, but try to find some like land masses that have very different biomes compared to the ones around us, because I really want stuff from every single biome. Okay, it is starting to get dark, and I am hoping that I can use the 3 different pieces of wool to make a bed, and I don't need them to all be the same type. And I don't see any other sheeps around here, so we're kind of just gonna have to hope for that. I should probably try to get a bed down before it turns nighttime. So let's go ahead and throw... Oh, I have messed up considerably. Let's go ahead and try to find another sheep, or maybe we will just take shelter underground. And I see some sheep over here, so it is getting very late. Let's go ahead. And I can't find the right F key. Come down here, and then you only need 1 right there, so let's quickly get this going, and then let's get this bed down on the ground, and I don't think there's any monsters nearby, and it looks like we are safe and we can have some sweet dreams. So let's go ahead and wake up in a new day, and I don't see anything around us, so let's collect this bed. Oh, there's like a few monsters down there. I go ahead and just collect a little bit more wool, and then let's run off this direction. I don't think I want to build in a savanna. I'm kind of already doing that in like another survival road, the one where I'm building like a bunch of carrot farms. So let's go ahead and come this way and see if we can find some mountain stuff, and there's a ton of stuff down here. Okay, I keep getting sidetracked, but let's go ahead and come up this way. I might try to get some high ground so I can get a little bit of a lay of the land, and I really like the fact that there are a ton of bees right here, and it kind of looks like there is a bunch of water around here. There's a jungle over there, which is nice. So there's a bunch of different wood types. We have acacia that is behind us. I would definitely like to get some spruce wood and some dark oak wood. And I would also, of course, like to get some cherry trees, and I would like to get some cherry wood in like the first episode here, but it doesn't necessarily have to happen. I don't think I want it to be like my primary building block, but I definitely want to try to decorate with it a little bit. I've played a lot today on a like friends and family realm, and I basically tried to build with cherry wood in a bunch of different ways, and I think it's like okay, but it's definitely like a little bit challenging of like a color to like put with like other colors, because it's like very light, and I really want to try to like emphasize it in builds, but I'm really new to like learning how to build and stuff. And this is a giant hole right here, so it's been a little challenging for me to work with it. One of the houses I built I liked a lot, but it's just like a little too big for me, which isn't like necessarily like a problem with like the wood itself. It's just like me having messed up that build. Okay, I see this area right over here, and I'm feeling pretty good about this. It's kind of like on a corner of like a giant like river right here that goes off in that direction, and then there's like a giant cave system over there that we might be able to explore if I'm brave enough. And there's a bunch of wood around here that we can kind of just use starting off. Let's go ahead and see what's around this corner right here. So we just have the jungle right there, and then we have a little bit of a ravine right there. So I think this might be like a good area to kind of just start off our base here. So let's go ahead, and it's a little bit of a rough terrain, I guess. I kind of want to build up over there, or maybe right here actually. Let's go ahead and come down here and start chopping these trees down. I guess first things first, let's go ahead and place my bed right here, and we can set my spawn point there, and then we can kind of put down all of the other things that we have right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a chest, and with this chest we can clear up some of our inventory space. So let's go ahead and just dump all of that in there. And then actually I should probably plant the sugar cane here so we can get it going. So we are definitely going to want some sugar cane as we progress through the game so we can become more powerful. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of sticks and then this cobblestone here, and I'm probably going to have to go mining. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and just chop all of this down. Okay, so I've cleared some trees here. I don't want to clear that tree because there is a beehive on it, and there's this bee right here that I don't really want to mess with, and I kind of want to like basically make that bee my friend. So let's go ahead and try to clear this area a little bit. Maybe we could bring this down 1 block here. We don't need a ton of space to work with because we're just building a small starter home. So let's go ahead and I'll probably make a shovel for this. This would be nice. Okay, so with this area cleared away, I think this will be a good spot to start making a little bit of a home. And I think I kind of want to make like a little bit of an L-shaped house right here. So I think if you bring it in here like this, that would be a good idea. However, now we have the challenge of what I want to build with. And at the start of the game, we are very limited on like what we have. And basically, unless we want to go do a bunch of stuff and kind of explore a lot of stuff and kind of progress through the game a little bit, we are just going to have some of the basic resources that are located around us, which is basically stone and wood. So we could use this birch wood here, which I actually kind of like, but most people absolutely hate. And then we have this oak wood here, which I'm definitely a big fan of. And we also have a jungle that's on fire, it looks like over there. So we could use that if we wanted. I wonder if that fire means there's a ruined portal. That might be cool. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with the basic, old, reliable, traditional build of just using some like stone and some oak wood. So we can go ahead and like chop away at the forest around here, and then we can also go mining. And I notice I think it's almost nighttime, so we should probably just sleep in the bed really quickly, and then we can go ahead and go out and gather a few of the resources I need in order to build this house. It is a brand new day in this Minecraft world, and I think starting off we're going to go ahead and go on a little bit of a mining trip. So I noticed there was like the start of like a cave over here, I think. So we can kind of explore this a little bit, and I see that there was some iron right there, so we don't really have a way back up, but that'll be okay. Let's go ahead and just carefully drop down here, I think. And then we'll just gather all these resources, and then I just want to gather a bunch of stone to work with. So it doesn't look like this cave goes too far, but I might try to like set this up as like the start of a little bit of a mining operation that we can return to periodically. So I might just start digging down here, and then we could build like a little bit of an elevator type of structure right here that could bring us down straight into this little quarry that leads into a mine shaft here. So I have a tiny bit of stone that should be good for the immediate future, and we can return here if need be. So let's go ahead and mine a little path out of here. We have some pumpkins right here. I might go ahead and harvest one of these so we can turn this into 4 pumpkin seeds, so we can get basically unlimited pumpkins. You can go ahead and smelt this iron up, and then we'll be able to build shears, and then I think I'll probably want to make a bucket as well, and that will leave us with 2 iron for the future. So I think I want to make a chest here, and then we can kind of organize our materials and basically what we want to do. So I think I want to build part of the house with birch, and I want to use a little bit of white wool there, so we'll go ahead and use that. And then a big portion of the house is going to be with oak wood, and then I'm going to want to use stone brick. So let's go ahead and try to get some of this cobblestone smelting here, and then I'll go ahead and get this into a pair of shears, and then I'll just leave these 5 for now. So let's go ahead and try to find, I think I want some diorite and some andesite as well in this build. So let's go ahead and come back this way, and actually if I'm going to go ahead and try to find some of those diorite and andesite, I probably want to make a few torches. So let's go ahead, and I don't need all of this, but I'll go ahead and save that 6, and then we can make another little batch of sticks right here. So I still have this cobblestone smelting right here, and I might make a second furnace just so we can speed this up a little bit. And I have a ton of coal that we can use right here. So let's go ahead and get another stack of stone smelting. And then with that, we're going to want to take some of the stone and one of our iron ingots here, and we want to make a stone cutter probably. So let's go ahead and open this up, and then I'll just type that in there. And we have this stone cutter now, so we can use this, and we can go ahead and basically kind of use our diorite, our andesite, and our stone here in order to turn it into some cooler blocks to work with as we decorate around here. But first things first is kind of our layout. So let's go ahead and outline our house here and basically come up with what we are wanting to put into this house. So I'm wanting this to be relatively small. I don't want to be too big, and I don't want to be too tall. And I also think I want this house to have 2 entrances. So I'm thinking the main or primary entrance will be right here, and then we'll have this leading out to some farms that we'll have around these hills right here. And then I want a little bit of a back entrance that leads to docks where we can have some boats and we could also fish from, and it would basically allow us to leave through the river and maybe go over there as well. So let's go ahead and try to think this through a little bit, and I'll clear that. And I think I kind of want the entrance to the house to be right here, and then I think it would be good to have it come around here. So this can be our entrance, and this can kind of be our first room right here. So we can have that there, and then we can bring this down. I think this is getting a little too close to the edge right here. Maybe I'll just have this be kind of one line right here, and we don't have to do it too big of a complex shape. But I'm going to go ahead and not have this one right here. But we can have another entrance right here similar to that one, but a little less grand. And then we can bring this out right here. We could have a window right there. And then let's bring out another one right here. And this is going to be 4 wide. Do I want that? I think I want to bring this out one more. So let's go ahead and clear out this little bit of a hill right here. And then we can basically just chop all of these down and just bring it out 1 block this way a little more. So I think this is good because we'll have the entrance right here, which will come into a little bit of an entryway that will have a staircase, and then maybe some storage or crafting. And then over here will probably be our primary crafting and storage area. And then we'll have a bed area on the top floor right here. And then we'll have a little bit more storage maybe, I'm not entirely sure. But of course we'll have this other entrance right here coming out to some docks. So with this, let's go ahead and bring each of these up by, I think I want to bring them up by 4, but we'll just start with 3 for now. And we can kind of have this be the corners of each little section of the house right here. On the bottom floor, I'm wanting to primarily use some of our stone here. So let's collect all of this, and then we can bring it to the stone cutter and we can turn it into stone bricks. So let's get all these stone bricks here. And I also want to use andesite. So let's grab all this andesite and we can turn this all into polished andesite, or not all of it. Let's do half and half because I think I want to use both normal andesite and polished andesite. So let's go ahead and bring this around here, and then we can go ahead and start filling this in a little bit. So we can have all of these here, and then bring it around here, and then all the way around here. So this can be our little bit of the trim of the house right here. And then I also want to dig out the floor a bit, and I think we're just going to go ahead and go with wooden planks for the floor of the house. I want to harvest a little sand, and I don't really like taking from the shoreline or right next to my home, but I think it's for a good cause. We also have some clay right here, which is probably going to be handy for us to have. Let's get the sand smelting so we can make some glass. And then let's finish the first floor here. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to use the stone brick here as a base, and then we can go ahead and kind of delete parts of it to replace it with andesite. And I also want to incorporate some windows here and there as well. So let's go ahead and just straight away break a few of these in order to add in some windows. And I think I want like one right there and one right here, and then maybe one right here and one right here as well. And we won't have anything right there. But now let's go ahead and bring out our andesite, and you can kind of start texturing this build a little bit to make it not so like all like stone brick, so it kind of looks like it has a little bit more detail. So I think this is a good start, and we can kind of start looking at where we want to put the staircase right here. I guess first things first, let's go ahead and add in our door here, and we can throw in that pressure plate right there to just open the door. And then let's do the same exact thing on the other side over here, where we have our little bit of a back door here. I don't want it right there. I want it right there. And then we can put this pressure plate down, and now we have this door here. And then I think I want to come to each of the 4 primary corners right here, and I want to bring it out a little bit like that. And then we can have this coming out this way. So we have a little bit of like a cross beam right here, but I want to take our axe and I want to strip this one right here, so it's all stripped oak logs right here except on the corners. And then here we have the kind of the start of our second floor here. So we can go ahead and take some of these oak logs, and I think I'm not entirely done with them yet, so I'll go ahead and save some of them. But let's go ahead and start filling in this area right here, and then we can come in right here and we can basically just build up a small staircase right here that would take us up to the second floor. And I think that is perfect dimensions right there. So this will just bring us up here, and I'm wanting to kind of do some good interior decorating in here. And the first thing that I really want to do is make a smoker or a couple of smokers, and we can kind of eventually add a little bit of like a fireplace. So we need some logs and then a couple of furnaces. So let's grab some of our cobble here. And then of course having some smokers around is going to be nice for us to be able to get some like cooked pork chops and cooked beef relatively fast. But I think we could throw this in right here maybe, and then we can kind of add in some of these staircases here. And then that is right here. I think we can add in another smoker, and then we can bring this up to our roof once we have the roof. And starting off with our roof, I really want to use stone brick as like an outline, and then to fill it in with some oak wood. But we can come around right here, and we can start with this staircase and then bring it all over to the other side. And then when we are here, we can go ahead and put an upside down stone staircase right there. And then we could come up by one, and then we can do the same thing again, and we can do it a couple more times here. And then when we have this right here, we can come over to the other side and do the exact same thing. And then we want this up on each side here. And actually, I think I want to adjust the shape of the roof that we are going with here. So let's go ahead and scrap this idea. And like, I'm fine with having built this and then having decided to like tear it down, because it's kind of like the creative process of being able to get exactly what I want built. Then I think in place of it, I just want to have a very generic roof shape here, where we are just going to have like a pointed roof that meets in the middle from both sides. So we can come over here and do the exact same thing. Okay, now that we have the roof outlined, we can go ahead and start filling it in with our center block here, which I want to be oak wood. And then with this block right here, I actually want to put polished andesite, because we are going to bring that up as a chimney in just a moment. And then this is the final stair we need for the roof here, and we have this finished. But I want to go ahead and bring up this a tiny bit more, and I think right there, maybe one more actually. And we can go ahead and do something a little fun, where we can build a campfire, and we can put it on top of that to basically have some smoke coming off of it. So we can make this campfire here, and then let's go ahead and get some birch wood, and we can make some birch trapdoors. And I don't really want to use these trapdoors for this part of the build, but it's kind of all I have right now. So I'll just go ahead and come up here, and then you can go ahead and throw in some of these trapdoors here. I need to be a little bit further away, so we can put this in right there, and then we can put it on each of the 4 sides. And then it looks like that. And I think I actually want to bring it down a couple. Okay, and then it looks like that, and I think that looks a little better there. So that is pretty much everything for the exterior of this build done. Let's go ahead and come into here and throw in a few of these windows right here. And then I want to do a little bit of a fun thing on the edge here. And then if we come to this window frame right here, we can go ahead and kind of make a little bit of a windowsill like this, and then we can have a little bit of like a pop outline right here. Where, how do I want to do this? Maybe I want it to be in a little bit more, so we can have this like this, and then like that, and then we can throw some walls right here, and then we can kind of bring it up like that, and then we can bring this here, and this isn't exactly what I want right there, so let's cut that out and then bring this up like that. And I think that is what I'm kind of going for here, but I will go ahead and fill in these corners right here. And then I want to get a few bits of clay so we can kind of decorate the windowsills a little bit. But while that clay cooks, let's go ahead and build like a little bit of a breakfast area right here, where we can throw down like a couple of chairs like that. But now that we have these bricks, we can go ahead and make a few vases or flower pots, and then we can go ahead and decorate this a little bit. I think we can use sugarcane, which I think might be a little bit fun. But if we come right here, we can go ahead and throw this flower pot down, and then let's try the sugarcane on this one. Looks like we can't. That's okay. Let's go ahead and throw a poppy in here, and then we can go ahead and close up this window right here, just like that. And we now have this window complete right there. And let's go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side here, but let's use a dandelion over here. And then let's go ahead and lock all that pollen away because I'm allergic behind that window there. And then we can go ahead and throw this third flower pot right here, and we can put this poppy right there. And I think that is pretty much everything now for the exterior, including the windows there now. So I think this looks pretty decent, and we can go ahead and start looking at the inside and kind of decorating how we want to decorate in here. Let's go ahead and make a few barrels, I think. So let's go ahead and throw down a barrel right here, I think. And then I want to put a chest right there. And then let's go ahead and grab our crafting table, and we can put it in the corner. So we can throw that right there. And then we can grab our 2 furnaces that we have and our extra chest right here. And then we can get the stone cutter as well. I think I want to throw a barrel right there and there maybe. Maybe I want to make like 2 more barrels so we can have a full line of barrels right there. And then we can go ahead and throw, let's do the furnaces first maybe. You can have the furnaces right there. And then maybe I want to switch this up a little bit maybe. Let's go ahead and center the crafting table so it's in the center of the area right here, and we can throw the stone cutter in the corner there. And then let's go ahead and start organizing this a little bit. Okay, so I threw like some of our like valuable materials right there, and then I have some stone stuff, and then we have mob drops, and then we have like plants and vegetables, then we have wooden items, and then we have like dirt, gravel, and sand, and then we have like crafting items, and I threw our first wooden pickaxe in there for now. What we could actually do is we could take one of these leathers here, and then we can grab some sticks, and I think I need a few more sticks on that, and we can go ahead and combine these sticks together, and then we can go ahead and throw in the leather right there, and we can make an item frame. Then we can get our wooden pickaxe here. And where's a good spot for this to go? Maybe right here. We can go ahead and throw the wooden pickaxe right there. The first pickaxe that we made in this series. I really want to do a bunch of stuff with iron, and we don't have a lot of iron, so I might go ahead and just do a little bit of a cardinal sin, and we can go ahead and throw some torches down right now, and then next episode we can go do a bunch of mining, and we can get a bunch of iron, and we can replace these torches. So let's go ahead and just decorate up here a little bit. I guess we haven't really done too much with the top floor here. But let's go ahead and come out here, and then we can grab the last chest right here, and then we can grab our bed as well, and that is going to be the last thing for us to put in right here. Let's go ahead and throw the bed up here, and then we can go ahead and set our spawn point right there. So that should be nice and set. And then let's go ahead and come back down here and maybe throw, I'll just store the chest up here for now. But I'm wanting to do a special thing that was introduced with update 1.20. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more wood here. But if we come into here, we can make some chains like this. And then with the chains, we can go ahead and throw them up in these two corners with 6 stripped logs right there. And we can make the brand new oak hanging signs. And we can bring this out to the front of our house here. And we could write like Athos's home like that. Or you're not supposed to have the S there, I'm not sure. But then we can come around on the other side here and do the exact same thing. And we have our little sign here marking this as our home. And I just absolutely love these hanging signs. I might actually throw it up one because it kind of feels like I'm about to hit my head on it, and I think it'll still be fine up here. I'm not sure which one I like better. If you have a preference, let me know down in the comments and I might change it, but I'm gonna leave it like this for now. And then we have a ton more decorating and a bunch more stuff to do, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and save that for next episode. But we definitely got a lot done this episode where I built up my first starter home here, and this second floor is a little bare, but this bottom floor here is looking pretty nice. We have a nice little like breakfast area right here with a little bit of a crafting area, our first pickaxe, and we'll build out some docks this direction, and we might go do some exploring off in each direction. But I definitely want to go over there next episode, and we'll go see what's in that cave next episode. But as far as this episode goes, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it good here, and I really hope you all enjoyed watching through this oh, there's the Enderman. Don't look at the Enderman. But I really hope you all enjoyed watching through this episode. I have been super excited to do a Minecraft Let's Play series, especially since I started kind of doing a bunch of Minecraft shorts with like my build series and my carrot farm series and other stuff like that. And I really hope you all enjoyed it. And if you have any feedback for me, I'm still learning and I'm still growing as a content creator. And there is, of course, a lot of stuff for me to improve on in the future. And I'm really trying to get better at everything because I am very passionate and very interested in doing projects like this. And I have many ideas for Let's Play series in the future. But nevertheless, I hope you all are taking good care of yourselves. Remember to drink some water, check your posture, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time in this Minecraft world. Goodbye.